thank you for joining in, and I am back with another review. This time up I have some oil pastels that I am going to review, and I just have some scrap paper there. And yes, we're going to get right into it. I have the Paul Rubens, and I have a brand here from Jerry's Artorama. Orengi. I'm not exactly sure how to pronounce that. It's Erengi is the one from Jerry's Artorama. My one that's in a wooden box set that I will show in just a minute. I'm just going to tape my paper down so it doesn't move around as we get through the comparison here. For my Paul Rubens set, I have their macaroon set. So it's the one with all of the pastel colors. And there's 26 colors in here. And my other set from Jerry's Artorama has over 90. I think it was 92. But the Paul Rubens does come with this little pamphlet. It has some information on there, which is really nice. How to, some different techniques you can use with the oil pastels. And the palette knife, some like layering and scraping and all that. And then on the other side, it has some of their different sets. And that one on the end is the larger macaroon set. I have the small one here. And there are some swatches. What's nice about this set is it does include a gold and a silver, which I didn't even know, so that was cool. There is no white though. That's one thing that I was looking for that was not in that set. And my other set here from Jerry's Artorama, these are more traditional colors, and it is a larger set. I will show what the whole thing looks like just in case if anybody was curious. There's the box that it comes in. And then some of these other colors I just don't use as much. They're like fluorescent, and then a lot of deeper grays there as well. The case is really nice though, if you are looking for a larger set. Right off the bat, I noticed that the Paul Rubens are definitely thicker in size. As you can see here, that's quite a difference. I'm going to go ahead and pick out some colors. They're not going to be exactly the same because my Paul Rubens set is pastels colors only. So I'm going to pick out ones that are somewhat similar here, and then so you can see the difference in the consistency and the thickness and all that, and some of the vibrancy in the colors as well. And then we'll get into the blending and some of the other techniques throughout the video. It may be a little hard to see on camera here, but the Paul Rubens, especially with a lot of the colors and then the yellow here, it's definitely thicker, more opaque than my other set. With my silver for the Paul Rubens, as I was swatching it out, it was a tiny bit chunky, but I did go over it with my blender, and then a lot of that, it did blend out and it looked a lot better. But the gold is really pretty. It definitely has more shimmer than the silver. And here for a comparison, I'm going to swatch the gold and silver from my other set. These are really smooth and creamy. I was actually surprised. Sometimes you never know with the metallics. But they were equally as good. You can see the Paul Rubens, though, still has a tiny bit more shimmer. The color itself is a bit lighter, too. Here I'm going to get into more of the actual blending and not just the swatches, so you can see how well each of the colors blend together here between the different brands. And they are pretty similar. They both blend out very well, but again, the Paul Rubens just happen to be a lot more thicker and creamier in consistency. So if you're looking for a softer pastel, I would go with the Paul Rubens. Something that's a little bit harder would be that other set from Jerry's Artorama. I'm going to put down some dark colors, and I'm going to try that scratching technique. So I have a deep blue there, and then my Paul Rubens, I just use a blue. I don't really have any like deep colors over there, so I just grabbed the darkest blue that came in the set. And as you can see, as I go along here, they pretty much do both look the same. But yeah, this is a cool technique if you were going to put down a layer of color and then maybe draw something in, or even if you wanted to scratch your name in and you're signing something, or it really depends on what you're doing. What comes to mind, maybe if you were doing tree bark or something like that. And then I'm just going to use my fingers to blend out here. And some final thoughts here. I think overall they both are really nice oil pastels. I think my new favorite is definitely the Paul Rubens just because of how thick and creamy they are. I'm excited to try out some more of their sets. But that's it for today's video. And I do have actual tutorials. You can find them in my other playlist there if you're looking for more tutorials. And I'll see you next time.